Hey, hey, how are you? Hey, this is Al and Deb from Tilton's Heritage Pastures. We're out here with our first harvest of the year. So our story about battling COVID here on the homestead, our small farm, very small. We have about 10 pigs, less than 100 chickens. We have a high tunnel project that was supposed to have been done early spring, but it wasn't. So our battle with COVID started about May 8th, the beginning of May. That was a Saturday. I wasn't really feeling all that well. I talked to my wife, told her I wasn't really feeling well, but I still had a lot of projects to do, a lot of chores to do, a lot of things around on the farm to do. I got all that stuff done. Sunday I was not doing well at all, and she realized more so than I did that I probably had COVID. She called down to the pharmacy to see if she could get us a test, and they couldn't get us until Tuesday. So Tuesday we went down. By Tuesday I was terrible. I was in really bad shape, and some of the symptoms were nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, couldn't eat, respiratory. It wasn't terrible as far as like coughing. Breathing was difficult. Overall, I couldn't even get out of bed. So she got me down there, got me the test, came home, medicated, just using over-the-counter medications. We got through that, and every day we still had chores to do. Now, she started to get the effects as well, so we got her tested. She had it as well. At that point, our two of our sons were out of the house and they quarantined. There are two sons quarantined. Was going to be for about 10 days, 2 weeks. So that week went on. The following Monday, we were in such bad condition. My wife and I don't go to the doctor that often. We're fairly healthy and active lifestyle and really don't get sick. But it was bad enough where my wife said, that's it, we're going to the hospital. We went down to the hospital that following Monday, and they did a test again. Of course, it was positive. They said, there's not much we can do for you. They gave us an inhaler, sent us home. So now we're into the second week. That whole second week, just terrible. Again, not eating. I had lost about 15 pounds. Just overall, just feeling terrible. The third week, feeling a little bit better. Not a whole lot better. By Wednesday, I was able to get out, and goodness, our grass was about knee-high by then. I had lots of chores to catch up on, all the springtime projects. Our gardens hadn't been planted. Nothing had been done. And we had the new high tunnel was expected to come sometime middle of June. And it was just, so now we're 3 weeks into this thing. We're from May 8th all the way through 3 weeks later. Now we're getting into June. So we started doing chores. Wednesday we did a little bit. Thursday we did a little bit more. Thursday I started having a little bit of chest pains. And I thought it was my lungs healing. I thought it was just a respiratory. So I went inside, I sat down, had a drink, just Powerade, had a drink, got hydrated, felt better. Friday, went out, was working really hard all day. Midday, same thing, terrible chest pains. Went inside, got hydrated, and I felt better. I went back out and I was working. About 8 o'clock at night, I went inside. Terrible chest pains. At that point, it just never got better. I tried to lay down, drank lots of fluid, and it wasn't getting better. I started having pain in my jaw, started having pain in my shoulder. And at that point, I said, you know, maybe it's time I need to maybe just try some aspirin, maybe take the pain away. And if it was a heart attack, goodness, you know, now what? What do I do? My wife insisted that I go back to the hospital. They took me down to the hospital. Now, that was Memorial Day weekend. All the testing that they wanted to do, there weren't doctors in the hospital or any staff available to be able to do all the tests. So I was there from Friday all the way to the following Wednesday. And they finally released me that Thursday. They did tons of EKGs, blood work, echocardiograms, and then the catheterization. They were able to go through my wrist and inspect my heart, and they found nothing. No blockages. Heart was in great shape. There's no cause or no reason for me to have a heart attack. And the answers were, COVID does strange things. We don't know all there is to know about it. We believe that your heart attack was caused from COVID. Now, my question was, if you couldn't find anything saying that I had a heart attack, did I really have a heart attack? The answer was yes, because they had done blood work and they had found enzymes in my blood that indicated that I had had a heart attack. I did definitely have a heart attack. The rest of the family, everyone went through COVID. Everyone had it. My wife, my 2 sons, my daughter-in-law, my 3 grandchildren, they all went through COVID. Most of them didn't have severe symptoms. Some were, you know, didn't feel all that great, but happened to be that I got hit the hardest, but we all did get hit. We got hit all through June. Our plantings didn't start until late June, and here's where we are. We're towards the end of August, the last week in August, and we're finally getting some crops. We got some pickling cucumbers. We got some green beans. It looks like our zucchinis and squash all have buds, and they all have fruit on them, so that's a positive. We battled it, we beat it, we haven't had any residual effects from it. Besides the fact that our projects are way behind schedule, we're doing okay. And so we're preparing now. We'll be getting ready for winter. You know, September is here, and we have enough firewood to get through the winter. We have lots of turkeys to process. We have about 25 turkeys left to process. We have about 30 chickens left to process. We're done with pigs for this year. Of course, we have our livestock. We have our pigs, but there's no more processing for this year. Eggs are coming in. We're going to get some stuff planted in that high tunnel and see what we can't grow between now and the temperature gets too cold inside that tunnel. So we love having you. We appreciate you following along. I'll show you some more videos. Watch our shorts. Of course, we do a lot of shorts because they're a lot easier. And my good buddy over at Healing Field Farm, Rick Mack, and his wife Sarah, and his buddy Tristan, they really encourage us to do these videos. We really enjoy it. And we love living here on the homestead, trying to grow it into a small farm. We're getting there. We got some zucchinis growing. Yay. We were getting kind of worried because we had nothing but male flowers. Oh, there's another one. And we picked about 15, 16 pickling cucumbers today. So we're getting a little bit out of the garden. I don't know if the corn's going to make it this year, but it seems to have some ants on there. I don't know if they're good as far as like they're pollinating, or possibly that's what might have eaten these right here. We have a pretty, seems to be a pretty good ecosystem out here in the garden. We have lots of frogs and insects and hopefully pollinators. Finally got the tomatoes all staked up, and got lots of small tomatoes. I don't know if we'll get any out of it this year, but we'll see. We probably have about a month, about 4 more weeks of growing, and then that'll be it. We'll have our first frost, and tomatoes definitely will not survive a frost, but that's what we're able to accomplish this year.